I'm Gregory Jolivet, and I'll be reading Antiracist Baby, written by Ibram X. Kendi, illustrated by Ashley Lukashevsky. Antiracist Baby is bred, not born. Antiracist Baby is raised to make society transform. Babies are taught to be racist or anti-racist. There's no neutrality. Take these 9 steps to make equity a reality. 1. Open your eyes to all skin colors. Antiracist Baby learns all the colors, not because race is true. If you claim to be colorblind, you deny what's right in front of you. 2. Use your words to talk about race. No one will see racism if we only stay silent. If we don't name racism, it won't stop being so violent. 3. Point at policies as the problem, not people. Some people get more, while others get less, because policies don't always grant equal access. 4. Shout, "There's nothing wrong with the people!" Even though all races are not treated the same, we're all human, Antiracist Baby can proclaim. 5. Celebrate all our differences. Antiracist Baby doesn't see certain groups as better or worse. Antiracist Baby loves a world that's truly diverse. 6. Knock down the stack of cultural blocks. Antiracist Baby appreciates how groups speak, dance, and create as they choose. Antiracist Baby welcomes all groups, voicing their unique views. 7. Confess when being racist. Nothing disrupts racism more than when we confess the racist ideas that we sometimes express. 8. Grow to be an anti-racist. Antiracist Baby is always learning, changing, and growing. Antiracist Baby stays curious about all people and isn't all-knowing. 9. Believe we shall overcome racism. Antiracist Baby is filled with the power to transcend, my friend, and doesn't judge a book by its cover, but reads until the end. Yeah, I really enjoy this book. It's been criticized as teaching that babies are racist, but actually I think the book teaches us that racism is taught at an early age, and I think that's true. And the book gives me a lot of hope, actually. I like that society is starting to talk openly about these issues, and seeing it in print just makes me feel like there's a better future. Thank you.
Hello, all you children out there. Hope you're having a great day. My name is Ricky Love, and today I have the honor and privilege of reading this great book. It's titled, I Color Myself Different. The author is Colin Kaepernick. Illustrations are by Eric Wilkinson. It was published by Scholastic Incorporated, and the copyright in 2022 by Kaepernick Publishing. So the author is a multi-talented individual. He is an activist, a thought leader, a change maker, and a great athlete. In fact, he played in the NFL and was a starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. In 2012, he played in the Super Bowl and unfortunately came up just a little bit short as they lost to the Baltimore Ravens. But now he is an accomplished author of children's books, and so without further ado, let's read this great story. I color myself different. Hey, I'm Colin. I read books. I play sports and games. And I have a lot of fun with my friends. I don't know too many kids who look like me, which makes me super cool. 'Cause I'm different, you know. I have super cool skin, super cool hair, and a super cool family. Sometimes it's not easy, but being one of a kind sure is amazing. Somebody has to do it. And that somebody is me. But one day I had to learn that being different takes courage. It happened at school. Good morning, class. Today we are going to learn about families, Mrs. Musa said. Grab a sheet of paper and your art boxes. We'll start by drawing what our families look like. This is going to be easy, I thought to myself. I have the best family ever. I'm going to draw my mom, my sister, and our kitty cat, Mr. Noodles, said Sarah. Well, I have a huge family with my parents, grandparents, and lots of cousins. I need 2 papers, joked Eric, my best friend. I didn't say anything because drawing is serious business. I had to choose the just right pencil, the just right paper, and just right colors. I had to focus. First, I outlined, scribbled, shaded, erased, and outlined some more. Then I laid out all the crayons so I could pick the perfect colors. Aha, got it, finished. Mrs. Musa asked us to show our families' portraits to the class one by one. I loved seeing how families look different and beautiful in their own ways. I couldn't wait to share mine. This is my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, and my dog Kiwi. We like to go to the park and eat cookies and... But before I could even finish, Becky blurted out, "Why are you the only brown one in your family?" Then I heard from the back, "Why did you color yourself different?" At first, I froze. I was surprised, shocked, stunned. I liked being brown and different, but the questions made me feel bad. Then I remembered when I had asked my mom the exact same question. "Mom, why am I the only brown one in our family? Why am I a different color?" "Honey, some children join families when they are born, and others join families after they are born. When you were a baby, Colin, we decided to adopt you, and you made our family whole," Mom answered. Adopted means different? Adopted means special, Mom smiled. Being adopted is an extra special way to join a family. Even though we don't share the same skin color, we share the same love, and that's what's most important. Ever since Mom wrapped me with that warm hug, I knew having brown skin and being adopted made me special. I have brown eyes, a brown nose, and brown hands, just like the people who inspire, create, lead, and change the world. People like Huey Newton, Angela Davis, Toni Morrison, Ida B. Wells Barnett, Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Audre Lorde, Tommy Smith, and John Carlos. That made it easy for me to unfreeze quickly. I stood tall, opened my eyes, and said, "I'm brown. I color myself different. I'm me, and I'm magnificent." I said it a little louder so those in the back could hear me. I'm brown. I color myself different. I'm me, and I'm magnificent. You are magnificent, magnificently brown and magnificently different, affirmed Mrs. Musa. Brown is beautiful, added a classmate. Brown is the color of my favorite superhero. And the color of my doctor, chimed in another. And the color of my best friend, added Eric. Mrs. Musa smiled and clapped her hands. Wonderful, my magnificent students. Then she talked about the ways people and families can be different and full of love. I love my brown skin and I love my family. I love being different. As we talked, I snuck a few seconds to add something very special to my family portrait before hanging it up on the wall. That day, I was proud. I was proud of my brown skin, and I was proud to be me. It was the day that I colored myself different for all the world to see. Wow, I really enjoyed that story, and I hope that you did too. Some of you may have had similar experiences. I really related to this book because as I was a kid growing up, a brown child growing up, I had some similar experiences that Colin Kaepernick had. My story is a little different in that I had 4 brothers and 1 sister, and we're all the same color. We're all brown. My mother is white and my father is black. Thus, we have brown skin. And we used to move around a lot with my dad's job, and I remember in some places we would go, there wouldn't be very many brown kids. And in some of those places, sometimes you would have mean kids and they would say derogatory names based on my brown skin. And then we went and visited my dad's relatives, and they lived in a town that was predominantly all brown skin. Their skin was much darker than mine. And the day before we left, one of the older kids said some mean things to me, implied that my skin was very light, and called me white. I remember running back to my uncle's house and crying to my mom and saying, "Mom, what am I?" And just like the author's mom, my mom hugged me and she said, "You are the best of both worlds, son. You are brown and you are beautiful. Be proud and hold your head up high, and don't let anyone ever change that." When I was in college, there weren't a lot of brown teenagers. And I remember someone introduced me to a white classmate, and we were talking, and she was looking at me with astonishment. And then she asked if she could touch my arm, and I was kind of confused, but I said, "Sure." So she reached and she touched my arm, then she touched my face, and then she touched my hair. And at that time I had a big afro, so that was a little different for her. But then she remarked, "Oh my goodness, there's no difference." So for me, I laughed at that because I thought back, okay, first I was black, then I was white, and now I'm an alien? But I learned that being brown, being different, was very special. Her and I became very good friends, and throughout my life I have been proud to be brown and always held my head up high. In this book, Colin Kaepernick mentions some leaders of change, Muhammad Ali, Angela Davis, and others. I would highly encourage each of you to take a little time each day and learn more of the significant changes and things that they stood up for, and reason why a lot of us are here today and to be able to do the things that we do. I Color Myself Different is a joyful ode to black and brown lives based on real events in young Colin's life that is perfect for every reader's bookshelf. It's a story of self-discovery, staying true to oneself, and advocating for change, even when you're very little. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope that you will join us again for the next episode.